Hi, this is Dr. Irina. In this part of the program, we will be discussing how to operate your DAV. Okay, you have the DAV in your hands. Let's get to know it better. Your DAV is battery operated. It runs on two 3-volt batteries, type CR123, the ones that are also used in digital cameras. The batteries are found in the battery compartment. To change the batteries, you need to open the battery compartment by pressing on the little plastic handle and lifting the cover up. Your DAV's active parts are the two silver electrodes on the underside of the machine. When you use the machine, you want the electrodes to maintain good contact with the skin at all times, and you want to always keep the electrodes clean. If you want to clean the electrodes, you may do so by wiping them with hydrogen peroxide or an alcohol pad. The area of greatest activity is the region between the two electrodes, so make sure to have at least a part of each electrode on the body at any given moment. You do not want to touch them with your fingertips, though. You may get a shock. As soon as you put the electrodes on the skin, your DAV will start beeping irregularly. We call it chirping. Just like this. As long as you hear the chirping, you know your device is actively working on making you and your client healthy. To turn your DAV on, move the little switch on the side of the machine to the left. You will see that all 4 lights on the front panel briefly light up, and then lights 2nd, 3rd, and 4th go out. When only the first light remains on, the one labeled EN, which stands for energy, your device is ready to be used. Do not forget to turn the on-off switch back to the off position when you finish, otherwise your batteries will not last long. To adjust the energy level on your machine, to feel electricity more or less, press the plus button for more or minus button for less. The DAV has 4 modes of action: constant mode and 3 modulated modes. Let's talk about constant mode. This is the default mode, the one that you get when you just turn on your machine. In this mode, electrical impulses flow uninterruptedly, and the device automatically determines the energetic activity of the treated area. When you place the device on the skin, all 4 lights on the front panel will illuminate. The first light, which marked with the letters EN, will be on constantly, showing that the device is in a constant mode. The other 3 lights, M1, 2, and 3, will be blinking irregularly. This will be accompanied by the chirping sounds. The more frequent the blinking and the chirping, the higher the energetic activity of the body area, and the more beneficial the treatment will be. If you place your DAV on the skin without moving it, you will soon observe that all 3 lights M1, M2, and M3 are turning on, one after the other. The moment that all 4 light indicators illuminate and remain on, you will hear a long regular beep indicating that the dose has been achieved. Just like this. You can now move to a different location on the body. Please note that the dose in the DAV is different from the dose in the first-generation scanners. In the DAV, the dose signifies the minimum influence necessary to facilitate the profound change in the body. Let's now talk about the modulated modes. The 3 modulated modes are designed for 3 specific types of therapy and electromassage. M1 mode. This mode gives you alternating half seconds of device activity and pauses. This mode is excellent for cosmetic procedures, especially on the face and neck, as it activates small muscles of the skin and blood and lymph vessels. The M1 signal can be compared to a very sophisticated microcurrent treatment. M2 mode. M2 gives you alternating 2-second periods of activity followed by 1-second pauses. This mode is also used for cosmetic procedures, but it stimulates medium-sized muscles, especially mimic muscles or muscles of the neck or chest. M3 mode. This mode gives you 3 seconds of activity followed by 1 second pause. This is the most powerful mode and is used for stimulation of paralyzed muscles and large muscle groups, such as buttocks, abdomen muscles, and extremities. It is also excellent for the little wing technique. The 3 modulated modes have many other applications, which are discussed and explained in other training seminars. To activate one of the modulated modes, press the scroll buttons on the front of the device. The right button will select the mode to the immediate right of the active mode, while left selects the mode to the immediate left. When the desired mode is selected, its light turns on and you have 3 seconds to activate it, which you do by pressing the plus button. The light of the activated mode will now blink frequently, but the device needs 2 or 3 seconds to get up to speed, and then the EN indicator light will blink regularly, following the rhythms of the chosen mode. For example, 2 to 1 in M2 or 3 to 1 in M3. To leave a modulated mode, press the right button one or several times. When you reach the light indicator of the activated mode, all the lights on the panel will begin blinking frequently. Press the minus button within 3 seconds. The modulated mode is now deactivated and the device is returned to the constant mode, which is indicated by the EN light being constantly on. Please note that the modulated modes do not chirp or beep and do not give you the dose. Pressing the plus or minus button simultaneously with the right arrow turns the sound on or off, which can come in handy when you are using the device in a public place, like in a meeting room or in a movie theater, and you do not want people to hear something beeping under your shirt or in your pants. Pressing the right and left button simultaneously disengages all modes, lights, and sounds. UDAV also allows you to use many types of remote electrodes. You will find the jack for these electrodes right on top of the machine. Here are some examples of these other electrodes. The same flower has been used in all pictures to give you a size comparison. Number 1 is large spheres. This electrode is one of our favorites, and in our experience, it's a must-have. The large spheres help stimulate large muscle groups, particularly when you use it with the little wings technique. We use this electrode frequently for cosmetology treatments and for the gentle energy cleanse. The distance between the spheres lets the spine fit right between them, and you can simultaneously stimulate the spine and the autonomic nervous system paraspinal ganglia by slowly moving the large spheres along the spine from the hairline all the way down to the tailbone several times using a pretty high energy level. This is not the classic energy cleanse technique, but it is still very useful, especially when you want to perform an energy cleansing on yourself. Number 2 is a small sphere electrode. These are very useful for the stimulation of small muscle groups, especially the mimic muscles, during our Cinderella beauty treatment protocol. Number 3 is AcuPen. This attachment is a dream come true for acupuncturists, allowing for the delivery of the scanner impulse precisely to a specific acupoint. Number 4 is a comb attachment, another must-have. This attachment is mostly used on the areas covered with hair, which can prevent the good contact of electrodes with the skin. It is very efficient on the skull, which is one of the most important general areas of regulation. And of course, this attachment is essential in working with our furry pets. Number 5 is a small area electrode. This attachment is useful when you need more physical flexibility in your procedure. For example, when you're working on the face or on the back and wanting to monitor the lights at the same time. These are only the main types of remote electrodes we are using in our practice the most. The DAV will probably take any other attachment you can come up with. The DAV is a very user-friendly tool. Just use it.
This presentation is brought to you by Transformational Health Systems, where education is the key. If you know the why, you can do the how. You can see us online at www.myhealtheducation.net and www.truescanar.com, www.truescanar.com, and call us at area code 905-963-0699.
This presentation is part 2 of your DAV Fast Start Guide. Watch for the upcoming part 3, where we will learn how to work with your DAV.